Joining us now is Jennifer Dionne from Stanford University in California. Jennifer, thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Very good. Now, I understand you delivered the first ever Kavli Early Career Lectureship in Nanoscience. Tell me a little bit about what you talked about.
Great. So yeah, last night was the first early career Kavli lectureship that I gave. It was a great crowd. Apparently a tough one. I started off with a limerick.
Everyone we talked to loved that.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. So I tried to focus my lecture on the work that my group has accomplished in our first 3 years at Stanford, and then also give a little bit of a vision for the work that's coming up in my group. Just to give you a flavor for some of the questions that really drive my group's research.
Yeah.
We're really interested in developing new optical materials and tools that allow us to visualize and control nanoscale phenomena. So for example, one of the questions we're motivated by is, can we image and manipulate individual small molecules or proteins? We're also interested in being able to develop techniques to monitor chemical reactions and catalytic reactions on a single molecule or a single particle level. One final application that I'll mention is solar upconversion. Are there ways of taking photons from the sun that are normally transmitted and kind of go to waste in photovoltaic and photocatalytic technologies, and basically converting those to an energy range that then can be absorbed by the cell above it?
Well, you've got a lot going on in the optical material research department. What are some of the practical means that you'll be taking this to market, some products that we might be able to see out of your research?
Oh, great question. So one product that we're pretty excited about is an optical tweezer that can trap individual small particles or small molecules. So what we're hoping this might be useful for is new water purification technologies, where you can just optically extract any impurities out of water as it flows past an array of these optical tweezers. Another example application that we're working on is to enhance the sensitivity of circular dichroism spectroscopy. It's a technique that's used pretty often in the pharmaceutical industry to both detect an antipurity of, say, drugs that are made, or also to sense the secondary structure of proteins. So what we're trying to do is create new spectroscopic techniques that are sensitive to just a few molecules rather than having to, create a batch sample with a very large concentration of, say,
You have a lot going on there. Hey, I wanted to mention too, this is a big deal. It was the first time the Kavli Foundation has offered the Early Career Lectureship in Nanoscience. You were chosen to do it. Tell me about that. It must have been a pretty big honor for you.
Yeah, it was a huge honor. I mean, first of all, I want to thank the people who orchestrated my nomination, in particular Ted Sargent, also Mikkel Lipson and Naomi Hollis. It was a huge honor when they sent me the email mentioning that they wanted to nominate me. I thought my chances were quite slim, so it was especially surprising when I got the announcement from MRS indicating that I was selected. So I feel incredibly honored. And I think particularly given Fred Kavli's recent passing.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. A somber note, but it must add some significance to this for you.
Certainly a somber note, but his life was certainly an inspiration for me. He was an incredible engineer, inventor, entrepreneur, certainly someone whose life I'd like to emulate, and I think it made it, all the more touching to be able to give a lecture just a week after his passing.
Now you'll be here for the next few days, looking forward to some seminars yourself once you're done speaking.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I have 2 talks today, so I'm looking forward to getting those out of the way and then attending all of the great symposia and lectures that are going on for the rest of this week.
Very good. Jennifer Dionne, Stanford University.
Great. Thank
we appreciate
you.
your time.